means that have the creativity to do the things that will allow me to create my own opportunity. A lot of us are without jobs. Been there, done that. Guess what? We're always looking for a job, but we need to be on the end of creating a job. This is part of the message that we need to give young people. When you and I were in school, the message was go to school, get a good job, or get good education so that you can get a good job with benefits. The message that we need to teach our young children today is go to school, acquire knowledge, so that you can create and own your own company. Think about it. Jerry Jones owns the Cowboys. Felix Jones is the running back for the Dallas Cowboys. Felix Jones makes about $2 million a year. Jerry Jones makes about $20 million per game. Which one do you want to teach your daughter to be the employee or the employer? And so our message to you young people is to go to school, get a good education. But in the sense of getting a good education, you're there to acquire knowledge so that one day you put yourself in a position where you can dance to your own drum beat. Check? Check. So what are the kinds of things that we want our daughters to know? Number one, we want you to define yourself because images shape our reality. What you see reflects what you think. What you think determines how you act and feel. And how you act and feel defines your character. Let's break that down. Images shape our reality. What kinds of images are in front of your daughter? What kind of images are you allowed to be digested and processed in her psyche? What is she watching on TV, online, iPads, iTunes? What is she listening to? And so as a mother, it is your responsibility to guard and what your daughter is intaking her so that she won't be defined by the world, but she can begin to define and develop herself. Check? Check. Images shape your reality. Then we talk about how is it that we can be healthy beings? Physically, emotionally, mentally, and intellectually. How is it that we can walk in the world and we can be confident? And I especially say this to the young ladies who are darker hue. Because some people tend to think just because you're light-skinned that you're smarter. Oh yeah, these are real issues. I've been in the classroom and I've seen teachers do that. And so we need to celebrate all children, but especially those of a darker hue who we don't think is as cute. This is real talk. This is not my weave. Hair, it's weave. Check? Check. My hair is long. I'm comfortable in my skin. I can tell you this. One of the biggest mistakes I ever did in my life was put a relaxer on my hair. When I was growing up, I was a cheerleader. I was the kind when it rained, my hair went boom. Everybody else had a relaxer, and it went down and straight. And my mother said, you never want to put chemicals on your hair. And so for the past 2 years, I've been growing it out. And so in summer, I will be rocking my fro. Check, check. It's all good. How is it that we can be comfortable with ourselves and still see ourselves as beautiful? I said that to say so that when you see the baby with hair that is of our natural texture, don't trip. Celebrate her. Talk to her. Find out what her goals, her dreams, her aspirations. She is just as beautiful as the child who has straight hair. Check? Check. So let's keep it real because our children need to know that you are beautiful. And we mean that. We connect with your heart, not what appears on the outside. Check? And so we're talking about emotional confidence. We're talking about intellectual confidence. What is it that you are doing outside of the school building? Your child is learning what the state wants them to know. There's so much other learning that needs to take place. But we can't teach because a lot of us as parents don't know ourselves. Check? Check. So make sure that that education that they're getting is a balanced education in the sense that, yeah, you're going to pass the stars and you're going to do the things that are necessary at the state level. But there's some other things that I need you to know, like Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure, like Imhotep, who founded math. And why is it that so many of our African American children stray away from math when your own ancestors created math? But you don't know that. They don't teach you that. And how is it that you can have that kind of confidence and knowledge so that you can understand that Queen Hatshepsut was one of the baddest sisters out there that led her people to freedom back in Africa? You don't know that. They don't tell you that because they don't want you to be powerful. And so as parents, we've got to acquire knowledge so that we can pass it on to our daughters at an early age, so they walk into this world with the kind of confidence needed to be successful. Check. Check. Let's also talk about our health. For the past 20 years, on November the 27th, I celebrated my 20th anniversary of being a vegetarian. No meat, no fish, no turkey, no dairy products. The number one cause of women hysterectomy and fibroid tumors are dairy products. That's your cheese, your butter, your milk. Yeah, we're talking about rites of passage. Don't believe me? Go do the research. They're not going to tell you because it's profitable. Eating 3 meals a day, that's overindulgence. You need 2 meals a day. You need lots of water. You need things that are high in fiber so that you're regulated and nothing is being backed up in your systems to create polyps. You need chlorophyll, which is green food, just like we use soap to cleanse the outside of our bodies. We need chlorophyll to cleanse the inside of our body as to make sure that we're fighting off some of those cancers that set up in our system. They don't tell you this. And so this is information that you need to know. So whether I get invited back or not, I'm good. You understand? Because this is information that you need to know. Not that you take me at face value, but that you take the information, you research it, and you do things that's going to be in the best interest of yourself as well as your daughter. Check. Check. And so as we talk about healthy, eating healthy, we must also talk about exercise. Check. Daily exercise. If we eat every day, we should exercise every day. What did I just say? If we eat every day, we should exercise every day. That's real talk. That's the difference between taking the stairs versus taking the elevator. That's the difference between parking your car up close versus perhaps parking it further back in the parking lot. There are small things that we can do daily to ensure that we are honoring God's temple. It's not about being arrogant. It's not about being conceited. It's about honoring the one temple that God has blessed us all with. Check? Check. So if you don't walk away with anything else that I've said today, if we eat every day, we should exercise every day. Check? Check. And so the last thing that I want to leave with the girls is a 10 list things called girl empowerment. And I just simply want you all to repeat after me. And it goes. A girl is one who understands and sees herself as strong, powerful, beautiful, and smart. Number 2, a girl accepts her uniqueness. She understands that different is divine. A girl respects herself. Believes in herself. She feels comfortable with herself. She demonstrates self-respect in her talk, her walk, her dress, her attitude, her language, and her behavior. A girl is free, free to think, to dream, to create, and become anything she desires. A girl's real beauty is on the inside. Her character, integrity, honesty, how well she engages and treats other people. A girl competes with no one but herself. A girl's future depends on her choices, plans, actions that she takes, not in the future, but right now. Number 8, a girl is knowledgeable and wise. She protects her space and guards her mind. She is keen in all her ways. She makes foolishness her enemy and avoid